Hey guys, this is Vanessa Ron with NJMPC.com. I'm here at the 2011 New Jersey State Championship, and alongside me I have New Jersey's IFBB Pro Guy Cisternino. Hello, Guy.
What's going on?
Nothing. A lot's going on with you, though, this 2011 year. You've done 2 shows in the 202 class, and you've placed very well. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was my 3rd show as a pro. Was in Jacksonville 3 weeks ago, and I took 2nd there, and then followed that up with the victory in Dallas at the Europa last weekend. So now we're 4 weeks out from the Olympia. So it's been a crazy year so far.
Now, you turned pro in 2008 and did compete after you turned pro.
Yeah, I did. I took about a year and a half off. I competed last year at the Europa in Connecticut, and then I competed at the Europa again in Dallas, Texas. I took 6th at Connecticut, and then I took 5th place spot in Dallas last year. Those were my first 2 shows as a pro.
So this year you've done leaps, really. I mean, it's crazy. What did you do differently this contest year than any other one before?
I switched prep coaches. Last year I was working with Neil Hill, who works with Zach Kahn and Flex Lewis. He lives overseas. He lives in Wales, so it's about it's a 5-hour time difference and like a 3,000-mile plane ride. So trying to do things over the phone and the internet, was really difficult. Where Factory, is from New York, lives in Queens. So I would go. I'm there once a week. Seeing him, work with him. He's great. He knows his stuff. A lot of food, a lot of cardio, and it was pretty much back to basics training. Kind of like a Dorian Yates style of training. Heavyweight, a lot of volume. And I came in last year when I weighed in at Dallas, which was my 2nd show. I weighed 186, and this year I weighed 202, right on the dot. So I made huge improvements with my physique, and didn't sacrifice my waistline or my conditioning for that muscle. So I'm beyond happy with my results so far. So
I was going to mention that you were able to pack on a lot of muscle on your frame without looking compact or silly, because you're not a really tall guy. I don't know if you've heard that before, but you it kept your lines in shape. It was very crazy, but the work was amazing.
Yeah, the one thing I never wanted to do was sacrifice any of my conditioning for my size. Because I've been known for my conditioning since I've been competing since 2003, but my breakout year was around 2007 at the Mets, and then that's when I took 2nd to Jose at Nationals. But ever since then, I've been known for my conditioning, and at my pro debut, and even in Dallas last year, that's what I lost. I spilled over in Connecticut, and I hardened up enough for Dallas to break a top 5 spot. But this year I was amazed when I stepped on the scale and it said 202. And I was shocked. So. When I first started working with Factory, he told me flat out, he said, you're going to struggle to make 202. And I'm like, there's no way. I was 186 last year. And he couldn't have been more right. So
now I know you're doing the Olympia in 4 weeks, and you don't have to tell me. I know your goal is to go there and win the 202. And how cool would that be to have New Jersey's own Guy Cisternino win the 202? What are your hopes and plans?
I know I'm not going to win. We always train to win, but there's a lot of other superstars and great guys out there, and I'm lucky enough to be friends with, very close friends with the top 3. I'm close with Kevin, very, very close with Jose and Flex, and those are probably going to be battling for the top 3 spots. If one of those guys are off or something happens, somebody, and I think anybody could slide in maybe the 3rd spot and take it. As far as I know, Eduardo Correa is out with a trine torcep. David Henry, God bless him, he's overseas serving our country. So those are 2 spots that those guys were in top 5 last year that aren't going to be there. So they're open. So I think the next 3 slots to nag the qualification for next year's Olympia, because top 6 automatically requals. I think they're pretty much up for grabs, and I think it's going to be a bloodbath up there for 4th, 5th, and 6th place. So I'm excited.
Well, Guy, I'm going to go on the record and say I think you're going to grab one of those spots to requalify. I really do. Your package is amazing, and I wish you best of luck.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
This is Vanessa Ron with NJMPC.com. Until next time.